Hey everyone, welcome back at long last to more Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector. I'm DisturbingPuppet. So, what drew me back to this after so long? Was it the Sisters of Battle? No, I don't really care. Demons of Chaos? I don't really care. Orks! The Orks brought me back. The Orks were on sale. I picked up the DLC, so we're going to play around with the Orks a bit. I looked at the units a bit. So we're going to take a look at the units, jump into a 1,000-point battle today, and just kind of go from there. So we're going to take a look at army management really quick so we can take a look at our Orky buddies. And just because, let's go ahead. There were a couple pre-built armies, which I have modified. So it makes me think, because they were quite low on the point value, that they might have maybe changed some of the point values, or the armies were just built really badly. And then I built some of my own armies as well to kind of mess around with. So we have Speedy Mob is what was originally built. So this is the one that was pre-built, and then I added something to it. I'm not sure what. It was under 1,000 points, though. So, what do we have? What do we want to play around with? Well, I mean, we could go with this. We could go with the army that I built. We'll do one of the two today. I might even do a whole series. If I really like playing the Orks, we might just play like every single army I have against every single other skirmish army that I've built just over the course of time, which might be kind of fun. I do appreciate the exposed brain, although a lot of the older models didn't have that. That's kind of an odder, more recent thing. Anyway, let's take a look at the units, and we'll kind of go from there. So, the War Boss, good health, okay armor, decent movement, weapons, kind of a crummy gun, as you might expect. Power Claw, this is a trend you're going to see in Ork units, is that shooting, not so great, close combat, definitely better. Special ability with the Combi Rocket. Interesting abilities, so some extra accuracy, and has an attack squig, so even better up close. The Weird Boy, so it does have a staff. It's a melee weapon, does splash damage, so not too bad. Got a jabbing fingers, so we can drop an enemy unit's accuracy a bit. Warpath, so a little bit extra damage. And Ed Bang, so not too bad. Single target, 60 to 80 HP, 7 armor piercing. Not awful. We get into some interesting stuff here with the Speedy, or the Big Mech. I thought that said Speedy Mech for a second. The Big Mech. So this is sort of incorporating something that existed in the old versions of Epic, where they had Orks had a lot of vehicles with force fields and stuff on them. So it's sort of being incorporated into this. You'll kind of see as we go through. So custom Mega Blaster, pretty good. Armor piercing, range is short, but good damage. Power Claw, again, good damage overall. Mechanic, so he can repair and add armor to vehicles. Now, custom force field, decreased damage received by the Big Mech by 20% and range damage received by allies within 2 tiles by 10%. So it's a fairly small bubble, but it does affect everybody within a couple tiles. And then armor boost, so he can also do something to kind of give a temporary buff to a vehicle. Pain Boy. So the Pain Boy doesn't have a ranged weapon, just has the Power Claw. Unfortunate, but what you gonna do? Chance to hurt somebody when he heals them. Interesting. Sure, Orks were always kind of about randomness, especially when I was playing back in 2nd edition, so I do appreciate a little bit of crazy randomness in there. The Dock is in. Applies 15% bonus HP on all ally units within 2 tiles of the Ork Pain Boy. Very cool. I think, based on the way this is described, this is just a passive thing, so everybody who's in that range has extra HP. So, combining a Pain Boy and the mech, we can have a decent reduction in damage coming in and an increase in health, which is kind of cool. It does make me kind of miss the old 2nd edition, those runt herds. I don't know if they even exist anymore, but they were something that would lead groups of Gretchen and would kind of give them better leadership and stuff. Kind of reminds me of that, but yeah. So we've got Storm Boys, who unfortunately don't look that Storm Boy-ish. These are Bad Moon Clan, but the Storm Boys were always, in the old models and stuff, always very black and white. Kind of fascistic looking guys. They took war very seriously, which is why they actually trained, and other Orks thought they were weird. Now they just kind of look like regular Orks with rockets on their backs. Choppas are okay. Slugga pistols, not so great. Extra momentum. They do have the rocket packs they can use, and they can do kind of like the Marine jump pack guys do the assault. Gretchen. I love to see Gretchen, and I'm glad that they're called Gretchen and not something stupid. I do wish that they had auto guns like they did back in 2nd edition. The box came with 40 Gretchen with auto guns and 20 Goth Orks with choppers, and, well, back then it was just hand weapon, I think, and bolt pistols. So yeah, kind of nice. Hopefully they can be a screening force and they can just kind of suck shots. I'd like to see some kind of mechanic for them where like orc units behind them um, are much less likely to take damage or have like a damage reduction, something like that. I think it automatically will make the accuracy less to anybody hiding behind them, but it'd be nice if they intentionally sort of sucked some extra shots, like jumping in front of bullets and stuff. All right, we got the basic boys. So the boys have some choices. They start with a basic shooter, which, back in second edition was always bolt guns. They were never really called goofy stuff until I think Gorka Morka came out, and then they sort of changed the orcs after that. Regular boys get momentum gains. They start with stick bombs, which is nice, and they have the get stuck in ability, which, if you want to do close combat stuff. Extra range damage, and then you take more melee damage. So there are upgraded guns you can get. So here we go from... It is nice that there are lots of attacks. 12 attacks, 3 to 4, 12 attacks, 3 to 5. Armor piercing is the same. Basically, the range is a little bit better on these. So you pay 20 for these guys to have slightly better range. See, optimal here is 2, optimal here is 4. Or you can go with rocket launchers for basically the same amount, where they fire a single shot and it blows up in a tile. Not too bad. Knobs. So the knobs have some interesting choices. They do just have the crappy pistols. It really should be bolt pistols. They start with the choppers, which are mediocre. They can be upgraded to a big chopper, which is a decent improvement. Or you can go all the way to power claws, and that's where you probably want to go if you want to focus these guys on vehicle destruction or heavily armored stuff. Extra momentum, and they've got some melee bonuses and stuff. Then, because we are talking bad moons here, we've got Mega Knobs. So this was at one point called Knobs in Mega Armor, at least in 2nd edition, and these were sort of the orc equivalent of Terminator armor. They even had like a medic squig that if they died, they had like a 50% chance of just coming back from the dead kind of thing in 2nd edition, which is really cool. Not quite so great in this. 150 health, which is pretty good, with 7 armor. Fairly tough. I don't know how that compares to Terminators. I have to check and see. They do start with a custom shooter, which is okay. It does shoot a lot, but short range. There's a combi rocket, Scorcha, which I pretty much never use. You can basically take a side grade or downgrade to the shooter over the custom shooter, but they do start with kill saws, which are really, really good at killing armored targets. And they've got splash damage. Extra momentum, and we've got the melee buff, which is generally nice. There's no negatives on this one. Yeah, slight melee damage increase, so nothing too bad. Burner Boys. So these I probably will never use. Kind of like the Space Marines with flamers and stuff. I just never use them. Maybe if I know I'm going against Tyranids, I might pick some. But what you gonna do? Flamers. They got the mob rule. Pyromaniacs. Interesting Ludas. So I think this is sort of like... that was like Death Skull, or what they were called in 2nd edition. They sort of had custom combi weapons, so they would be kind of the big heavy weapons that the orcs would have. So you either go with maximum shooty, so 12 shots each, tiny bit of splash damage, not much armor piercing, range is okay, so lots and lots of shots, Gatling gun kind of style, or you go Beamy Def Gun, which is basically just a las cannon. It does have some extra bonuses against vehicles, which is cool. Then we've got momentum gains and make a range attack with an additional 50% shots and +1 armor piercing. So I'm not sure if this would work with this gun. Plus 50% if it's only one attack. So that would be 1.5. I don't know if that means it goes from 4 shots to the squad. Well, there's 5 of them, not 4. So if there's 5 of them, then that's essentially 1 shot each plus an extra 2.5. Not sure if it rounds up or down, so I'm not sure if it works that way or if it goes each individual gets 1 rounded to 1.5, which maybe it's rounded up, maybe it's not, I'm not sure, but would make a big difference for the shooter version. Then we've got flash kits. This is a unit that was added much later to the orcs. They've got a pretty good gun, no extra choices. It is fairly short range, like most of the orc stuff. It does shoot quite a lot. Decent armor piercing at 4, extra momentum gain, and you can do, I don't remember what unit it was that could also do this. Sacrifice your remaining movement points, make a range attack with additional attacks. I think it was the Marine unit in the big bulkier armor. I can't remember what they were called. Warbikers. So the Warbikers actually don't have a close combat weapon, despite having the model with one. They've got a DACA gun, which actually isn't too terrible. They explode on death, cloud of smoke for some evasion, and big red button for some movement and evasion. We've got Def Dreads. So this is something that's kind of interesting too, where we don't have the old dreadnoughts, which at least in the older versions of 40k, the dreadnoughts for the Orks were always piloted by Gretchen. But the Def Dreads were something that were added much later. So it used to go kind of like dreadnoughts, and the next biggest thing was like Stompers, which were only an epic, and they were sort of like really tiny gargants. So the Def Dreads at some point appeared. I'm not sure when they appeared in the lore, but they've been around for a little while now. So they're essentially sort of the equivalent of the Dreadnought now, at least in this. So they've got a big shooter, anti-infantry kind of thing, not much armor piercing, or you can go with a flamer. If you want to kill something that's armored, go in with a Dreadclaw. They also blow up on death, and you can get extra shots and melee damage and movement for a couple turns. Defcopter. So starting with copter rockets, which have some splash, not much armor piercing. Mega Blaster is your anti-armor variant, although it is relatively short range, optimal of 3. Blows up on death, hovers, and has a bomb. I feel like that would be pretty hard to use. It does hit a tile and surrounding tiles. At some point, maybe give them a shot and see how it goes. So the pre-built army here is the Pain Boy, the Weird Boy, Storm Boys, couple boys, actually 3 boys, couple knobs. I don't think anybody has anything special. Yeah, just kind of basic guns and weapons. So this is the army that came, and then I added something to get it up to 1,000 points. The variant that I made was the Gretchen Swarm, because I kind of wanted to do something with Gretchen. So instead, you've got a leader of the Pain Boy, and then a crap load of Gretchen, which I thought might be kind of fun to play around with. Couple boys, couple mega knobs, and a couple ludas. So the ludas have just the basic weapon upgrade. The knobs just have the basic weapons. The boys have the basic weapons, and all that stuff. I think this might be more fun. So I'm actually going to try the Gretchen Swarm, I think. And we're going to go up against Marines, is the plan. So we'll try out the Gretchens here and see how they do as far as sucking shots. We don't want to just... Yeah, there we go. We want to go 1,000 points. We want... That's my updated one. Got so many armies. So we've got the Scout army here. We could take out. Or with new units, so that basically means they've got the flyers in there. So those are kind of the 2 choices. So I actually only have a couple... No, we've got the Strike Force. I think that was the modified original version. Then I've got my Scouts. Then we've got the newer units in there with the Terminators and the Flyers. I'm not sure how we could do against Terminators. So I actually have like 3 choices here. How about we go with sort of the basic one, and we'll go with my Gretchen mob, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. So unlimited turns, we're just killing everybody off, wipe everybody out, it's fine. For the map, so we want to go with the smaller map. It's in here somewhere. I don't remember the name of it. There's kind of the little city, which it just fits better for the 1,000-point battles just because it is fairly small. Settlement. Yeah, that's by far the smallest. I kind of like this one for 1,000-point forces. We'll do that. So we'll go in settlement, wipe everybody out, 1,000 points each. Nothing too crazy. Everything's fine, except I need to make sure that I'm playing. Okay, so it has me here, so we just need to swap these around. Right. So that one. I think it was that one. Yeah, so we'll go with that. We just have to swap it around, so my army and the AI is correct. Okay, I'm glad I noticed that before jumping in. So default, we're playing as it works. AI is the Blood Angels. Everything's fine. Go for it. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how the Orks play. I kind of always liked being more standoff shooty with the Orks. They weren't quite so heavily focused on close combat, at least in 2nd edition. Not quite so much. That kind of happened later. Let's take a look here. I just want to see if we just sort of zoom in and look at our armies here. Excellent. Our boss. Oh, he's only got one leg. Mega Knobs looking very good. Excellent. Luda's looking nice. It is kind of interesting having the Bad Moons. They're kind of one of the richest clans, which is why they had access to the knobs in Mega Armor. It'd be cool if they had some of the other clans as far as like skins go and stuff. At least like the Goths, because they were sort of one of the bigger clans, mainly well known for Ghazghkull Thraka. But I always liked the Blood Axes personally. I like the focus more on actual strategy and tactics, and having the commandos, which is always kind of cool. All right, so as usual, there's fire lanes on the side. The center's a giant mess, and there's potential fire lanes on the right. I don't have anything fast, so what I probably want to do... right, I'm going to take a look once we're in at his abilities and stuff too. Now, have they changed it so I can just swap units? Doesn't look like it. Okay, not what I wanted.
I think I can stitch that back.
It was... It's been a while since I played, so keep that in mind. I think I just kind of messed up my deployment there. What you gonna do? So yeah, it's just a natural ability here. So everyone within a couple tiles gets the HP bonus. Nice. So we want him probably sticking with the Mega Knob, so you can kind of see the extra health that they've got there. That's very cool. All right, Mega Knobs.
What needs killing?
So for movement,
Moving closer to the scrap.
they have very, very deep voices.
Mega knobs, we's knobs, but dead shiny.
Okay. So how far could I move if
What's
I
the
want to
plan?
keep an action? Wait, do you guys have an action point? No. Yeah, so it's showing me there. I just have to kind of pay attention a little bit better. Yeah, for now,
if we
gonna
have
rush.
to, we'll move.
Overwatching at this point really isn't going to do much. So we'll just kind of get some guys up, and we'll put the Pain Boy into the mix. I feel like something's different, but it's been a really long time since I played, so it's probably
Sure
just
thing, boss.
that I don't remember how to play slightly. So what do we have? Heal. Yeah, there's nothing really that I can do with you. That's fine.
Orks is best.
Yeah, so you can kind of see the red showing me there. It's going to cost me action points. Can you guys get up? No. We're just going to charge on up.
Let's go, lads.
Out this way. I guess I'll do an Overwatch. Your gun optimal is 2.
Okay, boss.
Just sort of keep an eye out. So we'll have the Gretchen go in that way. I'd kind of like the Gretchen out front.
Whatever you want, boss.
But we're now sort of stuck behind everybody.
Yes, boss. Right away.
I do appreciate the Gretchen.
Yes, boss. Right away.
Try to get them out front as we advance a little further up.
Grots, ready
Actually,
to fight.
get you in there. Yeah, Grots. That's what they call them now. I don't know why they're saying that. They're Gretchen.
Don't eat me.
Don't eat me. I mean, I suppose that's probably a concern for Gretchen. And just because we have, we'll go ahead and,
No mucking about.
drop some random overwatches. It's your optimal, actually. One! Yeah. Yeah, they're mainly here to sort of get
Come
shot.
and get us.
That's kind of the idea.
Whatever you want, boss.
Yeah, there's not really any point in me doing anything with the other action points. I can't really do anything with you either, so yeah, we'll just end the turn.
More of them? Oh no!
Look, no whims took rump.
What is going on? They're destroying the wall there so they can get into the city. I know what's going on. Okay, so they're definitely in the city. Somebody's in there looking around. Now, I can't shoot through my own units as long as my guys are directly behind
Grots,
the
ready
one
to
we're shooting.
fight.
And we can move up,
Moving closer to the scrap.
a little bit at a time. So now we can kind of get through here.
Yes, boss.
Let's
Right away.
run through with you guys and look around. You don't see anything. Interesting. How far up can you guys move? A little further. Yeah, let's just run the Gretchen forward. Move these guys up behind to take advantage. Your guns are only optimal 2. We'll go out a little further.
Whatever you want, boss.
Gonna run you over, also to be sort of well, I was gonna say human shields, but you're not. Gretchen shields. Gretchen shields. The best kind of shield. Okay, you guys actually have the better gun. It's a range optimal 5. Very nice. We could even try to angle out a little bit, but we're gonna stay behind the Gretchen. So your optimal is 5, which is right there. We'll go ahead and do that. That's good. You guys
Yes, boss. Right away.
run like maniacs out on the flank. Just sort of keeping an eye on things. Yeah, do I want the Pain Boy with them or here in the center? Because we saw something. Well, it showed me something, but we're not actually seeing anything here. Send in the Gretchen. It's always the answer. Send in the Gretchen to look.
Yes, boss. Right away.
See if we spot anything here. No. Okay. What do we have up front? Inceptors. So Inceptors are probably pretty dangerous to a lot of these guys because they shoot a lot. They're at pretty good range.
Looters have the best shooters.
Can't you guys in very well.
Well,
Just
if
run around
we
into
have
cover.
to, we'll move. What? What?
Not going to get any use out of them yet. Guys are awfully slow. Let's make sure you're facing. It doesn't really matter too much for infantry. The facing does for non-infantry units. Russian screen. Sure, let's run on in. There's no point putting these guys in Overwatch because their range is so short. That facing should be fine. Kind of looking that way.
Sorry? Sorry?
And you can run
Yes,
out
boss.
as well.
Right away.
So we're going to try to just keep them busy with the Gretchen while we murder them with everybody else. That's sort of the idea.
Yeah? What?
Boys, forward! The other boys could actually Overwatch here. I guess we will. They might have some, you know, units that they could jump in. Optimal's only 2. We'll go like a
Till
little
what comes
further out.
close. Ready to saw bones.
So who do we want to give bonuses to? I think we're going to try to help out over here.
If you say so.
So just a little bit extra health to these guys, out a couple tiles. So that'll affect like this Gretchen unit, but not that one. Okay. Let's see what the AI is going to do. Flying in with assault squads. Take a bunch of wild shots. Alright. Gonna kill some Gretchen. See how the Gretchen can take a hit. Actually, they did pretty well there. That's pretty decent. Having getting smacked upside the flank with some chainswords. Those guys are kind of screwed. We're going to slaughter them. Okay, that's the big guys there. They're going to be a bit difficult to deal with. I don't have a lot of like armor piercing. We kind of have to get close and destroy stuff up close. The Dreadnought also dangerous.
Ah, don't stop! Ah, look, save us!
Okay. Coming in for the squishy shot. All right, yeah, we've got a whole bunch here we're going to mess with. Excellent. Okay. How did you guys do? None of them died there. A bunch of them died there from that second jump, I think, is mainly what got them.
Grots, ready to fight!
So we can shoot at close range like this. Interesting. Not a lot of damage, of course. I wouldn't expect it. So you guys, we could do some stick bombs. If we shoot, our accuracy is not great. We probably just go with the grenades here. Do a lot more to the Death Company. Are those guys Death Company? I guess they are. They're all kind of glowing. I thought they were just kind of regular Marines. They're assault guys.
Chuck in a stick bomb!
Okay, enjoy that. They are quite tough. We do have a lot of shots.
What's the plan?
What's your optimal? Optimal's 5, so they're actually a little close. So currently, we're not getting great shots. I'm behind a barricade. Might be better if I step out. 51, I mean, that's really not great. Let's go crazy with the shots. Just shoot a ton.
Who's
Go
gonna
for them.
argue with us, eh?
Maximum DACA. Okay, so we did a pretty good amount of damage to them. We still have some movement, so we'll get them back into cover or get somebody in the way. You guys, I kind of need a path to get to you with my Mega Knobs.
Don't bother us.
Yeah, we can definitely get in there and hit them up close. So that's probably what we want to do some damage to them. So Mega Knobs.
Moving closer to the
Let's
scrap.
go. Get our kill sauce. What else do we have? Inmartyr, extra accuracy, damage. We take some additional melee damage. Yeah,
A tough one.
go for it. Gonna get our kill saws out.
Smash him in the face.
Oh, I thought for sure we'd kill him off with that. That's too bad. Very close. Definitely close. I can actually kill you off with my Gretchen, probably. Or not. We're 0 to 1 damage times 40, but you're only at 4 health, so...
Name of it!
there we go. I love killing Marines with Gretchen. Alright. So, what we want to do...
Yes, boss. Right away.
I think. Don't know how effective this
Let's
is going to be.
go,
I kind of want to
lads.
see about like shooting with these guys rather than just gunning them down. 70% is not too bad. That's a lot of shots. What else can we do? Extra range damage. I mean, the damage is... I mean, it's 1 to 2, which isn't great, but we're shooting a lot. Yeah, you know what? Let's
Get stuck in.
get stuck in. Let's open up on these guys and see how it
Okay,
goes.
boss.
Alright, so it did take pretty much most of my units over here to wipe out 2 Marines, which isn't fantastic, that's
What
for
needs
sure.
killing?
But we have Gretchen that we can move up to act as little meat shields for us. There are intercessors here who are going to be pretty good at killing us off. I'm definitely worried about the Dreadnought. How far up can we move? Not very. Guys, let's just move up behind the cover. We'll move the Gretchen over just to provide some potential protection from the actual useful units.
Don't hit me! Whatever you want, boss.
Can set up an Overwatch here, so like why not, I
Come
guess.
and get us!
Okay, the boys...
Grots, ready to
I
fight!
don't know, you guys are pretty wrecked here. We might just want to keep you here.
Come and get us!
Just to sort of stop them from coming in, potentially. They can see me here, so I feel like we don't necessarily want to take that spot. I can advance up, but then I'm getting shot rather than Gretchen. I'd rather that, you know, Gretchen should be the ones getting shot. I have kind of limited choices here.
Orks is best.
We're going to go ahead and advance up against my better judgment.
Okay, boss.
We'll bring the Pain Boy up as well
Let's go, lads.
to sort of give that additional health. And I can try to heal the Gretchen, but I feel like we're probably going to kill some of them. They're actually not bad. Only one of them's hurt. More of them are hurt over here. You know what? Let's go ahead and try to heal these guys. Alright, look at that. All healed up. No problem. Nothing crazy.
If you
Didn't kill
say so.
anybody. Alright, not a bad start. I have noticed the AI often does sort of jump in like crazy with any faster units, and they sort of get isolated. The Dreadnought's going to be trouble. I think I'm going to have to get to it with the Mega Knobs and kill it. These guys,
Shooters have the best shooters.
with only the 3 armor piercing, are not going to do very well against it. And of course, the Gretchen can't really do anything to it either. So I think How far up can we move? It's kind of hard to tell.
Whatever you want, boss.
So my movement is 3, so maybe I can move 1 further forward.
Yes, boss. Right away.
Okay, those guys are kind of isolated on
Don't
the
bother
sides.
us!
If I want to set up overwatches, that's about as far as I can move. Or we could just try to charge. I think, because we can still get some shots off with these guys, so I think that's what we want to do. We'll try to get some overwatches with these guys and see how it goes. And then we'll try to get close afterwards. So this one, it's only optimal 2.
Day's coming closer!
You guys are optimal 1, but we'll push it out a little further. And we'll do the same thing here. Alright, so if we're at
What's the
optimal
plan?
5, that puts me right at optimal range. But with my crappy armor piercing, I don't know if I can even damage the dreadnought. Let's take a look. 1 to 2 per shot, yeah. So I think we go for the aggressors. And let's go... What's my accuracy? 68%. Yeah, we're going to probably go after these guys in close combat. So let's just light up the aggressors a bit.
Under fire!
So even with the armor-piercing buff there, all we did was about half health damage in 1 shot. Now, we do shoot a lot, which is really nice. But, yeah, it's just not
Yes, boss.
enough
Right
damage and
away.
armor-piercing to really do a lot to the heavily armored guys. So I could definitely see with Orks, anything armored like this is going to be trouble, and if I do get up close to it to kill it, like that's going to blow up in my face, which is going to be a problem. If I upgraded these guys to the las cannons, then maybe we could do a little bit more. But we've got a nice Gretchen screen here. Let's see how it goes. Okay, they might be sending their leader. Nope.
Ah, look, save us.
Some very long-range shots. So he's going to jump anybody in. He is moving forward with these guys.
Impedance acknowledged.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd shoot it. Not the dreadnought. It's kind of a waste. Yeah, absolutely no damage there. What I would expect. I'd want you to shoot the other guys because you'd have a chance of doing some damage there. Now you're just going to die. Why did he punch? He should have just shot them. That would have, like, absolutely thrashed them.
They shoot at us!
That's not so nice. So much for those guys. Plasma gunners incoming.
Ah, no, stop.
Yes, waste your shots on Gretchen.
Ah, look, save us.
Exactly what I want. Okay. Yeah, so over here, we got grenaded slightly. Who got grenaded slightly, actually? I think it was the boys here, but they didn't really take any damage at all. Probably because we have that extra health from the pain boy being nearby. Okay, plasma guns are a bit of a threat. Over here, this is much more serious, so that's what I'm going to start with, I think. So,
Lures have the best shooters.
we're now too close for shots. If I back off, can I actually get an okay shot? Not. That's a better shot. Like, that's my best shot at them, it looks like. I'm liable to shoot my own guys. But they're only Gretchen. How are we doing on... Well, we don't actually have any strategy points or anything. Maybe because I just have the Pain Boy. I don't have anybody else, so we're not actually getting strategy points. What's my shot chance here? 68%. We are likely to absolutely wreck the Gretchen that are there.
Grots, ready to fight.
I don't have a fallback order with them. That's interesting. Can you guys actually even hurt them? Maybe. You have a chance. So since you're going to get... I'm probably going to kill you anyway. Let's just take some pot shots at them and see what we can do. Alright, we got lucky with a few shots. If I back off... It doesn't show that you're going to attack me, which is odd. I guess they weren't facing the correct way. Interesting. Alright, now we've got a clear shot here. Still only 68%. Let's light them up, see if we can take them out. No. That's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I was hoping that would be enough to drop them.
Yes, boss. Right away.
Just move you guys up there.
Whatever
So
you
you
want,
guys,
boss.
if you shoot... I mean, it's possible you could kill a couple of them. I really want to get the knobs in on the Dreadnought. So I could bring over more Gretchen. I could also get the boys involved here. Yeah, let's run the boys up over on this target. I'm going to try to take out the intercessor, or the aggressors, not the intercessors. 70%, it's lots of shots. Is that better than a grenade? $36 to 51. So we have to do kind of maximum damage to kill that one guy. Whereas if we shoot, we're doing between 60 and 120 damage spread out. Let's shoot him.
Under fire!
Aw, so close. Just the one guy left. Let's... Okay, we have to hit every single shot and get damage to take them out with them. Pretty unlikely. Definitely unlikely. But we could send more Gretchen over and have them do some stuff. They'll kind of be in... No, they wouldn't be in the way. We could do that. That'd be fine. The other boys, we could bring them up as well. Finish them off. Can I do it with Gretchen? That's really the question.
Grots, ready to fight.
So we can get you right in here. 2 Gretchen squads should be able to do it. But. I think the Gretchen are more likely to do more damage against the Hellblasters. You guys have, what, armor of 5, whereas the aggressors here have armor of 7. So yeah, we're better off doing that. So give me the boys then. We'll bring the other boys in. They will gun you down. Just barely, actually. Okay, then Mega Knobs. I don't think it really matters here. We'll go over that way. Nothing else on the corner. So if we do this extra melee accuracy, melee damage, we take a bit more this turn, but you know what? We're going to hit him harder. I'm going to go with the kill saw. He will hit me back.
Is that all? You're making us mad!
So he did do a pretty good chunk of damage back. But we did over half his health in damage, which is pretty good. So my squad, we've got a guy down. Not too terrible. Could be worse. Could be better. No point moving you guys anywhere crazy. I can actually just slip by. So why not? Let's see how effective we can be. Just a little bit of a distraction. Getting a good shot with the Ludas is probably my priority. Can actually swing you around there, but that's a problem. We can make that a little easier.
Cyborg legs ready to go.
So now we can move up, get an optimal shot at the plasma guns. Just a regular shot, I can't do anything else. My other ability is on.
We are taking fire.
Nice. Pretty successful round of shooting. Okay,
Whatever you want, boss.
send in the Gretchen. I just find this hilarious. 85% chance. I mean, we did some damage. For sure. We can't quite get a good position for you. That's unfortunate.
What needs killing?
I mean, we could take a shot from here, but we're going to shoot our own guys a bunch. Or we could just have a bunch of Gretchen shoot at him. What's your health like? There's two of them that are close to death. I think if the Gretchen shoot at him, we can kill those two that are hurt. Maybe. Accuracy's pretty terrible. But we'll just choke the gap here with Gretchen and see how it goes. Take out the weak guys. We got one of them. The intercessors here are going to be a bit of an issue.
Grots, ready to fight.
So we can come around.
Yes, boss.
So why
Right
not?
away.
60% there is actually better than I expected.
Let 'em
Let's just
have
hit
it.
the plasma guns.
We are taking fire.
Another one down. Remainder are pretty hurt. Alright, where can I get the mega knobs? I think we just go here. I can't tell where I've got a better shot at these guys. Let's charge up there. I'll put the pain boy behind the statue. So for shooting, 65%. There, we're just not going to do any damage. Yeah, take some shots at them. Nice. Very, very nice.
What? What's the plan?
So I'm just going to have you run on in. Giving some nice bonuses. And I'm going to have you guys sort of hang out behind, so we're getting the extra health as well. We've got units out front to absorb shots. That's all my actions, so the Dreadnought is a bit of an issue, but I'm pretty sure my Mega Knobs can take him. We'll see the Priest and the Lieutenant. The Lieutenant, if he jumps in on us, we can swarm him. I think we'll be okay. And here comes the Lieutenant. Yes, waste your attacks on Gretchen. Yeah, grenades are going to be anti-Gretchen. For sure.
Ah, no, stop.
It's just a few random pistol shots. Just
Look, save us.
screw that one Gretchen in particular.
Ah, no,
Okay,
stop.
and that guy too.
Ah, no, stop.
Sounds more like don't stop. Oh, he's coming in. If we can get a counterattack.
From that.
Ooh, that was a big nasty hit. Do you get a counterattack? Doesn't do that much damage. So essentially I'm going to have to trade there probably, unless I can get a heal off to those guys first. But even then they might die anyway when the Dreadnought blows up. unfortunate. I don't have anything I can do to like finish off the dreadnought safely. Okay. Over here. We do have the lieutenant, so we're going to kind of swarm the lieutenant. I think that's obviously the orky thing to do.
Yes, boss. Right away.
Can actually do some okay damage. This is just wearing regular armor. He's not wearing anything special.
You'll need more than that.
And we can still move and kind of get people out of there. Yeah, I think we just send the Mega Knob in to kill him, probably. We haven't done that much damage. We can definitely do more. We could even go for the priest back there that I can see.
Well, if we have to, we'll move.
What's my chance here on these guys? 62%. So that's a fairly safe shot. Not going to hurt any of my own guys. This, liable to shoot my own Gretchen, 41%. Also possible to shoot my own Gretchen. I mean, it's possible we get a kill on the priest. It's theoretically possible, but the accuracy is pretty bad. So it's unlikely. Let's just damage the intercessors, I guess. It's a safe shot. So we'll just start softening them up.
Nothing.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Yeah, it's unfortunate I'm going to have to trade my Mega Knobs here, but I think that's the only thing I can really do.
Yeah? What?
Boys. Gonna soften up the LT a little bit more. 45% chance. It's that low.
You'll need more than that.
That was optimal range. 45% chance to hit. So the armor piercing on this is only 2. My gun, only 2. Yeah, I mean, like, shooting at this, it's 0 to 1 damage per shot, which is pretty awful. We're just going to keep gunning down the lieutenant. So I feel like orcs have a bit of an advantage at a lower point value, but at a higher point value when there's more armored stuff, I feel like they're going to be a bit harder to actually use and kill stuff with.
Let's go, lads.
I feel like they'll actually do pretty well against Tyranids as well. You're down to 100. Yeah, let's just... You guys just come on in. Yeah, I mean, you're pretty much toast. If we try to shoot you instead... Yeah, we'd probably kill you with that too. Just finish him off.
Contempt is my armor.
I only did 111 there, so if I hadn't softened him up with the boys there, we actually would have been able to get a hit back on me. Alright, so we still have the Sanguinary Priest, we still have the Intercessors there.
Whatever you want, boss.
I suppose we can
Yes,
just kind
boss.
of rush in on this guy,
Right
just to keep him tied up a little bit. And if you got movement... No, we can't get you in there, that's too bad. You guys have an action left. If I move up, is that going to be a better shot? It's currently 44%. Now it's 53. Yeah, take the shot. I do appreciate that we actually are doing some damage with the Gretchen against like regular Marines. That's good, I think, as far as balancing goes. They should have autoguns, essentially. I mean, in this case, there's actually pistols, but they should be about equivalent.
Taking fire!
And they're horribly inaccurate. What do you expect? This is a good spot to hit those guys. So my pain boy, let's kind of head over here into the corner. Give a little buff to everybody else. Let's look around this way. Yeah, unfortunately we are going to have a trade here.
Orks is best.
Well, I'm hoping. Anyway, we do have some extra health because of the pain boy. I think we're still gonna die. Should die. The explosion's probably gonna kill me.
Shouldn't have done that.
Oh, we actually survived. Huh. Okay, we took less damage from that than I expected. We did have the extra health from the pain boy, which definitely helped with that. So I think it must just be, I mean, the fact that we're just really tough and we have decent armor is why I was able to sort of tank that. But the pain boy
Moving closer to the
extra
scrap.
health definitely helped too. So we're just gonna sneak around over there. Everybody's over on
No
this
mucking
side.
about.
Most of my Gretchen on this side
Ready to
died,
fight.
but, you know, what do you expect? Just gonna run on up. Nice. Very, very nice. Kind of see we've got a pile of dead Marines, we've got advancing Orks. Very, very cool. Yeah, I'm actually enjoying the Orks so far. So now it's Sanguinary Priest versus tons of Gretchen, who look very happy, with lots of backup. I think you're kind of screwed, buddy. Intercessors here, I'm just kind of hitting them with my Gretchen. Yeah, I'm actually really enjoying this. Alright. That's everybody's actions, except for...
Looters have the best.
Oh, I forgot all about you guys. I forgot all about you. I don't think we can get you a shot. They can shoot pretty far. So these guns have, what, a maximum of 8, actually, which is pretty good.
What?
We're just going to sort of hang out here for the moment.
Putting more holes in them than the war boss's plans. Oh, sorry, boss.
Himself. They're going for more accurate shots.
No, stop!
Tired of being pestered by Gretchen. I feel like the enemy should get less momentum for killing Gretchen. Like, it should be reduced, the amount of momentum that they get.
I think I can stitch that back.
It might already work that way, I'm not sure. Okay. Fortunately, we are sort of stuck here. But you've got shots. 62%. Let's go ahead and go for... It really should be more DACA. I don't know why it's called Might is Right. It's more DACA. More DACA! One of them left alive. I really enjoy that. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. What would make me happier? Killing them off with Gretchen. Is that going to be better than here? I don't know.
Yes, boss! Right away!
I'll try to pick this guy off with the Gretchen because that's hilarious. 65%. Come on, guys.
Taking fire!
Hee hee hee. Okay. This last dude is pretty doomed. Pretty doomed. Can I get an angle? Maybe? It's a big statue in the way. Probably going to shoot my own guys if I do take a shot there. Yeah, I feel like that's just a recipe for shooting my own guys in the back. You little dudes, go ahead and take your shots.
Taking fire!
Actually, pretty successful little round of shooting there, guys. Mega Knobs. Let's light them up. See how well you can do with your shots. 90%.
Daka, daka, daka.
Nice. Okay, I'm enjoying the orcs more than I probably should. Alright. So, yeah, I think the Gretchen screen worked pretty well. I am tempted to try some of the other units. So the Mega Knob's actually really good. Mega Knob's combined with Pain Boy, very, very good, as you would probably expect. So Mega Knob's combined with Pain Boy plus the Force Field, that's what I'm kind of interested to see. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. So that was a little 1,000-point battle playing against Marines. What I'll probably do is, like, I'm tempted to play as much as I can with the orcs. There's no campaign for them, so it's basically skirmish or the demonic incursion mode, and I'm kind of burned out on demonic incursion. So I think I'm just going to do a whole bunch of skirmishes, and I might even do like every single orc army versus every other army that I have built. So there might be a whole bunch of videos as I just play around with the orcs and have fun with them. Like I said, I do feel like they're probably going to do better at lower point values than at higher point values, because once you get higher, there's a lot more armored, tougher units, and I feel like the orcs are going to have trouble with that, as you can kind of see with the shooting damage. There's a lot of times when damage is like 0 to 1 or 1 to 2 per shot. Even if we shoot a lot, that's not a lot of damage going out. You've got to get in close, but that means surviving to get close. That's the hard part. All right, this has been more Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector playing as the Orks. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.